Have you ever glanced at an old photo and noticed something strange lurking in the background? Well, imagine doing that. But instead of a family portrait, you're looking at satellite images of Earth, and suddenly you spot Venus, just chilling in the corner. That's exactly what a group of scientists stumbled onto recently, and trust me, what they found might totally change how we study the wild weather on Venus. So, here's the setup. Earth-observing satellites, the ones we use to track our own weather, have actually been picking up snapshots of Venus for years. I mean, who would have guessed that our planetary neighbor would photobomb hundreds of images meant for meteorologists? But that's precisely what happened, and from those tiny accidental cameos, scientists have managed to pull together almost a decade's worth of climate data from Venus. Now let's get into the details. Gaku Nishiyama and his team, working with places like the University of Tokyo and the German Aerospace Center, started combing through data from Japan's Himawari 8 and Himawari 9 satellites. These satellites, run by the Japan Meteorological Agency, snap super high-res images of Earth every 10 minutes, using 16 different wavelengths in both visible and infrared light. And because their cameras see a bit more than just Earth, sometimes Venus pops up at the edge of their vision. Over time, Nishiyama's team found 437 separate instances where Venus was just this small glowing dot in the corner, minding its own business. But here's the wild part. Even that little dot had enough information for scientists to measure temperature variations in Venus's upper atmosphere. Thanks to these observations, we now have a record of long-term weather changes on Venus, especially around sunrise on the planet, where temperature shifts are most dramatic. These changes are probably tied to massive atmospheric waves sweeping across the planet, a phenomenon we're only beginning to wrap our heads around. And here's why this is such a big deal. Venus is notoriously tough to study. Earth-based telescopes struggle because of our own atmosphere and the planet's closeness to the sun. Spacecraft missions, they're expensive, risky, and we haven't had enough of them with the right tools. But by using weather satellites meant for Earth to study other planets, that's a game changer. It means we could start unlocking secrets from all sorts of overlooked data, not just about Venus, but maybe Mars or Jupiter too. Who knows what else is hiding in the backgrounds of decades-old satellite archives? So what do you think? Should space agencies make this a thing and start using weather satellites for planetary science? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. And hey, if you love space discoveries hiding in plain sight, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Remember, sometimes the biggest breakthroughs come from the smallest dots.